Hi, this is Fran from Crystal Clear Tarot with Francesca with another pick a card reading. I've been trying to record some readings all week and I've had 4 readings. Either the phone wouldn't upload them or the last one that I did, I only got 26 seconds of film, even though I did like half an hour, 45 minutes. So I figured going live is the best way to do this for now till I figure out what my issues are. So today's reading is a relationship reading, and it's advice for your relationship for the upcoming week, okay? So even if you're not watching this live, it doesn't have to be just for the upcoming week. If you stumble across this video a year from now, whenever you open it, that's when the attention is. It's for the next week from when you open it, okay? And this is intended for someone either you're in a relationship with or that you hope to be in a relationship with. Some of the readings might come out as like for people that are borderline friendship, romantic. I'm not sure because I don't look at the cards ahead of time, but the basic thought that I was thinking of as I was meditating was, what's the best relationship advice for the next week for pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Okay, so pile number 1, you have on yours Snowflake Obsidian. And I like to show these cards when I use them because sometimes these influence people. So this is for pile 1. These are the love oracle cards. Okay. Pile number 2 has the yellow jade, which is a beautiful stone, and has this image. Okay. And then pile number 3 has the blue lace agate and has this image or these images on the card. Okay, so take a deep breath. Think about, whatever you want to hear about your relationship, and then decide which pile are you more drawn to. Pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Okay, I'm going to put away pile 3 and pile 2. And we're going to take a look at pile number 1. Okay, for the people who picked pile number 1, you have the Snowflake Obsidian. If you were drawn to this stone, you may be looking for security or looking for things to be more stable in your relationship. So let's see what the cards have to say to you. So here we have the Whispers of Love oracle cards. Slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Okay. Maybe things have been going quickly between you and your partner. The advice is to slow down the pace a little bit. Think about what it is that you want and what your partner wants. Don't be in such a rush to get to that next stage of your relationship. Enjoy the here and now. Your second oracle card. Is this the energy oracle? No, this is not energy oracle. This is, I'm trying to look for the box here. Wisdom of the Oracle. Thank you. Wisdom of the Oracle. So you have To the Sea. I'm just going to focus up on this picture. To the Sea. Yeah, both of these cards seem to tell me that things have been moving rapidly and maybe a little too rapidly for you. You need to relax this week. Maybe you had a big week last week where you guys were, maybe taking advantage of, the quarantines that are getting lifted here and there. And maybe you guys did a lot together last week, or maybe you had a very emotional week last week. This is telling you guys need to, You need some calm waters right now. See, you have both the flame here and you have water. And water always represents emotions to me. So I think, it's been a little rocky in the past. And again, this might be why you were drawn to the Snowflake Obsidian. You're looking for some peace this week. That's the best advice right now that I'm seeing. Now, the next two cards come from Mystic Moon. First one is Arrows of Love. On the Mend. And look at what one of the words is. Peace. I just said that. So love, fear, wound. What does that say? Health. Okay. So there's definitely something going on in your relationship. Maybe one of you hurt the other one's feelings, or you might have had a big argument last week. This is a week just to kind of take care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your heart. And of course, look out for the other person as well. But I'm getting the message that you really need to be focused on your needs this week. Things have been going really rapidly with your relationship. And if you're a long-established relationship, things have just been a little rocky. There's been a lot to deal with, okay? This week is a week to tend to your wounds, to take care of yourself. And if there's been any hurts on either side, you definitely want to be gentle with your partner this week. Be gentle with yourself and be gentle with your partner. The other Mystic Moon Oracle is from Connections for the Modern World, Community. So this is a great week to spend time with your friends, okay? I see a lot of people go into relationships and they totally become so consumed by the relationship that, their friends kind of get left behind, okay? Now, depending on what stage of life you're in, definitely if you're in your 20s and 30s, you're going to feel that happening as people get married and have kids. If you're on the older end, this may have been going on for a long time. Maybe your kids are finally out of the house and now you just need some friendship time. So if you're a woman listening, you need some girl time. Definitely get out there. Maybe even volunteer. This would be a good week to volunteer. Sometimes when you're hurting, one of the best things to do is to give to others. Okay, so we have from Radley Valentine, we have the Ask Angels card, Abundance. Okay. So I see these two cards being connected together because they both have rainbow colors. And I think the more that you give this week, the more you're going to get in return. So if we're talking about your relationship, maybe your partner has been working a lot or, like I said, maybe you've had an argument or something where it's just been very taxing on your emotions. Reach out to that person, reach out to your partner, or let your partner help you out as well. Definitely reach out to your friends, not for a bitch fest, because that doesn't bring abundance. That just brings more things to bitch about. The more time you spend around loving people, the better you're going to feel. Okay? So if you have friends that are like, not the most positive people in the world, you may want to stay away from them this week, because your key to abundance this week is to help others and be around others who want to help you. Okay? Your last card is the Lover's Oracle. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So yeah, this space that you might need, this kind of goes along with the community card. Give your partner some space this week. Give yourself some space. I'm not saying don't see them at all or, spend all your time away from them, but definitely space is needed right now in your relationship for one reason or another. It could be because of an argument. It could be just because it's the week of August 10th and your partner needs space. That's just something that we all have inside us, and we all have a different need for space. Okay? So to end the reading, I'm doing something new. I have charms and I have pins. So I'm going to pull 2 charms, and then I'm going to pull one of the pins, hopefully without pinning myself. Okay, here we go. Let's see if they give us any other messages. So we have the owl. To me, the owl represents the hermit in the tarot. So I have a feeling your partner kind of has some hermit tendencies. Like he or she may really need that time alone this week. They may need just a little bit of break from you. So, don't be afraid to do that, because that's going to bring, that's going to make them love you even more by, giving them that space. And we have another owl. Wow, you have 2 owls. Oh, that's cute. So this could be a sign that the person you're with is your soulmate. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. And even though you're both owls, you both have differences too. And you can see there's lots of differences between these 2 owls. But they go together. Look how well they go together. Okay? So that's a symbol that, as many similarities as you may have with your partner, you're both distinct people. Especially if you've been together a while, make sure you give each other space enough to miss each other. I think that's a big thing as well. I really, this On the Mend card, I keep looking back at this, and I just don't feel like it's a big deal. Like, I don't think you've had a big blowout or anything like that. I just think you guys need a little bit of time apart. And I'm not even talking a whole day. I mean, it depends on how together you guys usually are. But just give your partner a little bit of space, and you're going to find that you're going to profit from it as well, as this abundance card says. All right, for the last thing, let's look at your pen. These are brand new, so I'm going to have to figure out what they are first, and then... Okay, so this looks like a piano to me. You can see the black keys, and then these are supposed to be white keys, but they're all colored. So music may play a big role in this week. Maybe, I know there's not a lot of people playing live nowadays, but, maybe going to some kind of live event with your friends. You're going to me, the piano is all about harmony. So I think that you're going to be able to really get a lot of harmony back into your relationship by following, the advice that Spirit has been giving you. Give each other space. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Don't let, if you have had an argument with your partner, don't let it stew. Give them a little bit of space, and then, do what needs to be done to heal yourself and the other person, and you're going to have lots of harmony in your relationship. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you'd ever like a more personalized reading, you can contact me here on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, Crystal Clear Tarot with Francesca. On my YouTube channel, I have over 100 videos of Pick a Card readings. They're all timeless, so you can, just see which ones you're drawn to and try it out. See, you should, before you pay for anybody to do a reading, you should definitely be able to see what they're doing and how they do readings. Okay? So, thanks for joining me if you're leaving me. Have a great week. And on to pile number 2. Hi, pile number 2. So you picked the yellow jade. I don't know a lot about jade, I have to tell you, but green is the heart chakra color, and this is yellow jade. So yellow is the solar plexus. So you might have been drawn to this because there may be an issue of power between you and your partner. Maybe you're feeling like your partner is having too much control in your relationship, or maybe you're tired of the one that's always making decisions. But this has something to do with power, and who has it and who's wielding it, and whether you feel powerful or not in your relationship. So I'm going to put this here, see how the rest of the cards measure up, to that. So your first card is from Whispers of Love. Forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Yeah. Forgiveness is something that people, I think, kind of use as a power play. People forget that when you forgive someone, you're really helping yourself more than the other person, because it takes a lot of energy to hold on to grudges and to let past mistakes get in the way. However, I'm a big believer, you can give forgiveness, but that doesn't mean you have to forget totally. Depending on what your person has done, if they are the one who needs forgiveness, this is just a reminder that, sometimes forgiveness is more for you than for the person that's hurt you. Okay? So, or if it's you that needs the forgiveness, I'm afraid that your partner might be using it as like a power play, kind of like trying to yield it over you almost. I don't know why I'm feeling negative with this. Let's see what the rest of the cards say, but that my initial emotion that I'm feeling from Spirit is something that definitely should be forgiven but not forgotten. So I don't think it was something small. Okay? The next card comes from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And we have Never Ending Story. Never Ending Story is a card that tells me people are making the same mistakes over and over and over. Okay? It's like you're being sent the same kind of relationship over and over because you're not learning the lesson that needs to be learned. So that will apply to some of you. For others, never-ending story can mean a problem that you haven't been able to work out yet. Okay, and I think this is part of the problem. The fact that whatever's happening, it hasn't happened just once. It hasn't happened just twice. It happens over and over. Okay, so this is an issue that Spirit is advising you this week to try to take some control and, talk this out once and for all. Okay? It's not saying to harp on it, it's not saying to make your partner feel guilty, and your partner should not be trying to make you feel guilty either. It's a time to really try to figure out, what lesson am I trying to learn? What lesson does Spirit want me to learn that I haven't learned yet? I get this card a lot, so I know this one pretty well. If you're a person like me who's had patterns in the past of certain kinds of men that you date, this is really Spirit's way of saying, come on, reflect, talk about it, and really think about it logically. Okay, not so much from your heart. You see, the heart is here at the base. And, of course, we're talking about relationships. You should be talking about hearts, but this requires a little more logical approach. Okay? So whatever needed forgiving, I have a feeling you have forgiven this person before for this, or you have forgiven the same kind of problem with someone else. So let's just say, your boyfriend, I don't know, made reservations for dinner at 7 and didn't show up at your house till like 7:45, 8 o'clock. And this is something that he, or if it's a girlfriend, she has done over and over again. So, it's like a pattern, okay? That's something, and that's very minor, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. There's something going on in your relationship, and it could be in a pattern of different relationships, that you're getting hurt again and again by whatever this is. Spirit's saying enough. This is the week. Try to tackle it. Spirit's definitely, saying to forgive, but remember, forgiving isn't, just saying, oh, it's okay, and then just moving on. You really need to have a conversation around it. So the next two cards come from Mystic Moon. She's a great psychic. I highly recommend her. And she designs these great cards. The first one is Arrows of Love. Heart on the Line. Yeah, if you notice, these both have lines up here on top, like a clothesline almost. I said it from the beginning. I think this relationship, this is kind of a make or break kind of situation. And I do feel like your heart is on the line, and I feel like for some of you, your partner doesn't realize that. And I think you need to make that clear. You are getting hurt in some way or another, or you're being made to feel like you don't have the power. Okay? Like you're not as significant as your partner. The next card comes from Connections for the Modern World, The Morning After. Okay. The morning after represents to me trying to sweep things under the rug. Okay? Maybe you have forgiven your person for something in the past, yet it still bothers you because you still haven't gotten to the heart of why it happened. Okay? So to me, when this comes up in any kind of relationship reading, to me it means, okay, now's the time for reality. Okay? We need to really know what's going on in this relationship. And sometimes it's scary. Sometimes the morning after is scary for people. And sometimes it's lovely. I don't think it's lovely for you this week. Okay? I do think that you need to stop sweeping things under the rug in this relationship. If it means going to a counselor, that just came into my mind, think about it. You may need like a third party to negotiate between you two. Okay, my next card comes from Radley Valentine's Ask Angels. Choose a new direction. Yeah, to me, this goes along perfectly. You don't want to keep doing things the way you've been doing them. That's what this never-ending story is about. So it doesn't necessarily mean to leave this person or to, say it's my way or the highway, okay? I just think you need to break the pattern. There's some pattern in your relationship that needs to be broken. So choose a new way to do it. And because it says choose there, I think it's you that's going to need to start this conversation or to decide to do something about it. Okay? But you see, it's, this is kind of like a wand here with lights on the outside. Remember, yellow is the color of the solar plexus, and that means power, having power. Okay? So that's definitely what Spirit is asking you to do. I talked about yellow when we first saw this card, and remember, this is yellow jade. So let's see what this says. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. I think you and your partner are soulmates. Okay. I don't think that there's someone else hanging around, waiting to come in. Now, I don't feel like this is for many of you, but you might be in a third party kind of situation. Like you might have an interest for someone else. I don't feel it's on your partner's side. I feel it's on your side for those of you that this applies to. So if that's the case, then, this goes a whole different direction. Like you're the one that needs to decide. Your heart's on the line, and look, we have 3 hearts here. Okay, so that could be that there's, someone else involved. The soulmate, I feel, can be your partner, and for very few, I feel like it's this outside person. Okay, so I think this is the week that you have to make a decision if you are in a third-party situation. And this choose a new direction. It could be to work on your relationship with the person that you're involved with now, or it could be to leave. I don't think for many of you that's the right decision, though. Spirit's telling me this is something worth working on. Okay? So I'm going to pick 2 charms and a pin to kind of give you more information. Let me sorry if that's really loud. Okay, so there's pin. Oh no, sorry, charm. And, ooh, wow, okay. So, here you have a stallion. Oh no, it's a unicorn. Yeah, this relationship is special. I really feel like it's worth working on. I just think that just like the morning after, I think you kind of focus more on the dreamy parts of your relationship, the times when you're cuddling and, when everything's copacetic. I don't think you like to deal with the realities. I think you've been kind of brushing a lot under the rug. That's the image I keep getting. So it's time to deal with reality. Okay? But it is special. This is a special relationship. So I don't want you to think that just because I'm kind of telling you need to take a little control. Don't feel like that this person is hurting you. I don't see anything in this reading to say that someone's hurting you. Okay? And remember, the soulmate card is here as well. Then we have the dolphin. The dolphin is fun for me, represents joy. So again, I know this is the part of the relationship that you like to focus on. But if you can work these details out, whatever it is whatever pattern you're repeating, maybe you're stuck in a rut with your partner. Maybe you haven't been having a lot of fun with your partner. Or maybe you haven't had a lot of morning afters because you haven't had, you haven't been intimate with your partner in a while. Keep that in mind. For some of you, I think that applies. You need to, you do need to have some fun with your partner without focusing completely on it. Okay? But this is really special. I just put this in yesterday. This is a lotus flower. And I kept debating whether I was going to put this in or not. But I decided I was going to put it in with the intention that whenever I draw this particular pendant, I was going to keep it out for a while, okay? Because this is very special. To me, this means that your person is definitely a soulmate, and something beautiful can be built in this relationship. You already have something beautiful in this relationship, okay? But this is a week when you have to do some of the work that's involved in a relationship, okay? And blue, this blue, it's kind of a greenish blue in the background. Blue is your throat chakra, so you need to have conversations. That's what this whole reading has been about. So I think that fits really nicely, and I'm not going to be putting that one back into my container for about a week or so. Okay, so that was really special for you guys. Good luck, and I hope things turn out great for you this week. If you'd ever like a more personalized reading, please contact me through this Facebook page or through my YouTube channel, Crystal Clear Tarot with Francesca. Okay, if you're leaving me, have a great night. And our last pile is the blue lace agate. So I just finished telling group 2 that blue is associated with the throat chakra. So some kind of communication is needed in this relationship. I don't have anything else for that right now. So again, we're asking Spirit for advice on your relationship for this upcoming week. Our first card comes from the Whispers of Love. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. I'm going to wait to interpret that until I see what the other cards are, because there's 2 distinct messages I'm getting. This card comes from Wisdom of the Oracle. Flexible. Okay. Flexible. Yeah, you need to look at your relationship a little bit differently. You may need to take your partner's point of view this week. I think that Spirit's saying that someone's being taken for granted. I don't know if it's you or if it's your partner, but someone's not recognizing how special this relationship is. If you think it's you, then you're the one that needs to be a little more flexible. You need to, If you're being taken for granted, your partner needs to be more flexible and try to take your point of view. If you feel it's your partner that's taken you for granted, then you're the one that needs to be more flexible. Either way, looking at your relationship from your partner's point of view will be helpful to do this week. The next 2 cards come from Mystic Moon Oracles. So the first one is Arrows of Love. The Real Deal. Okay. So when this card comes up, it does tell me that the relationship you're in has the possibility to be the one for you. The other Mystic Moon Oracle is Connections for the Modern World. Climax. This is a very interesting card. This is a cantaloupe. Mystic Moon sometimes gets very raunchy with her cards. This is an important time in your relationship, okay? Right away, I could see that these 2 cards together could mean this is a week that you guys can decide that you want to take things to the next level as far as commitment goes. However, it's not just these 2 cards alone, because we also have the flexible and miracles and blessings. So actually, that could go with those 2. But that flexible is an important card. I may have to draw some other cards to get a clearer message. So far, make sure this week you look at things from your partner's point of view. And if you're arguing over something, or if you feel like you're being taken for granted, bring that up. Remember, this is blue is for the throat chakra. You need to have that conversation. But I do feel that something's going to happen this week that's going to kind of make or break your relationship. This definitely is leaning more towards a commitment, like to make your relationship stronger. But let's see what your other cards have to say. So we have Radley Valentine's Ask Angels. Trust. Okay. So you might be you might be overthinking this whole relationship. I think that you need to realize that when the trust card comes up, it means that there's a divine plan. There's a reason why you're in a relationship with this person. According to the cards, it looks like, the reason is to realize that you are blessed with this relationship. Maybe it's hard for you to see that right now, but this is a blessing, and you need to trust that if you're meant to be together, you're going to be staying together. I mean, there's just no two ways about that. I'm going to be drawing another card in a minute, though, because I do want to ask a couple questions of Spirit. So this is the Lover's Oracle. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life, and we create unnecessary stress. So that's where this was coming in. Go with the flow, and you'll be surprised where it lands. Okay, yeah. People in this group, you're really overthinking things. If you just let go and kind of let what's going to happen, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And now the flexible makes a lot more sense to me. You're gonna have to just give up the idea of having any kind of control when it comes to the outcome of this relationship. I think a lot of you are very nervous. Some of you, I believe it's because you're wondering if you should make a further commitment with this person. I think you need to trust in divine timing, and if you're waiting for something like an engagement ring, this could be a week that it happens, but you need to be flexible in your thinking. Okay, you need to don't put all your hopes on one outcome. Okay, I'd like to pull another card just to get a little clarity here. Here, I'm going to pull from the Energy Oracle cards because we haven't used those yet. Can I have one card of further advice on the relationships in pile 3? Oh, thank you. Take that one. Rest and rejuvenation. Okay, so that makes sense. So rest and rejuvenation has to do with meditating. It has to do with stop trying to take control or trying to control the outcome of this relationship. Both of these images show people meditating. Here we have Spirit coming through on the card itself, and we have Spirit coming through here. So this is the most significant card. You just need to trust in the timing of this relationship and trust that you have the miracle and blessings coming to you. Remember, this card, everything has its gift. So normally, to me, I would interpret that as even if this relationship ended, you'd still be getting some kind of gift from it. But I don't feel an ending in this relationship. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like things have been building up. And I just want you to be careful not to overthink things this week, especially this week, because this is a reading for the upcoming week. So try to let go a little bit. There's great meditations on how to do that. And a lot of times the best way to do that is to give some love to yourself. Do something nice for yourself. Meditation is one of the nicest things you can do for yourself. People laugh at me when I say that. And I used to be one of those people who would laugh about it. But it really does bring me a lot of peace. And I think instead of, choose a night this week, instead of talking to your girlfriends about this person or, talking to whoever about it or complaining about it, just take 10 or 15 minutes and try a meditation for letting go, for surrender. Okay? So, last thing is I have some charms and I have some pins that are going to give you just a little bit more information. All right, so there's 2 charms. And I need one pen. Okay. Okay, so your first charm, this is a peacock. Okay. To me, the peacock symbolizes the male in the relationship, or whoever has the male spirit in the relationship. Like if we're talking about divine masculine, divine feminine, to me, this is the divine masculine. Really, I think whoever the male is in this relationship, and again, it doesn't mean just gender, whoever's the more action-oriented person in the relationship, they're going to do something this week. They have something planned this week. And I just think it has to do with your future. I just think it has to do with your future. It's going to be something unexpected and beautiful. Let's put it that way. So again, don't try to think, oh, what's he going to do? Don't do that. Just let it go. You've heard me say it now. Believe that it's so and let it go. Okay? And then see what happens. Wow. This is another male symbol. This is the seahorse. This person's a very caring person, whoever is the male in this relationship. Very nurturing. This is someone who wants the best for you. Okay, I do feel that this is someone who is trustworthy, but kind of does things his own way, which might drive you a little crazy. It might be the complete opposite of the way you do things. I think that's interesting. We have two animal, two animal charms that are, to me, represent the males. Okay. And then we have this pin, the green heart. Now again, the green for chakra colors is the heart chakra. And we have the word hello here. So to me, this is a new beginning in your heart. So I do feel that this has to do with a next stage in your relationship. Okay? I do feel like this is something that, this is something that's going to start something new in your relationship. So, come back and let me know if I was right or if I was wrong. I love to hear from people who come to me for readings. And try to let go this week and know that you have something really special. This relationship is very special. Okay? All right. If you'd ever like a more personalized reading, you can contact me through my Facebook page, Crystal Claire Tarot with Francesca, or my YouTube channel by the same name. Okay? All right. Have a great night. Bye-bye.